So, but now we've also seen that stat that more than half of all South African children don't have their father living in the home with them. Now, I've already spoken at length about why that stat doesn't really show you the full picture of what's going on with dads in South Africa, but quick recap. That stat doesn't take into account adoptive dads or stepdads or boyfriends who have taken up the fathering role for the child. And it also doesn't take into account fathers who have to do migrant labor and therefore don't live in the house. Those dads are still fathers. They still participate in their children's lives. They're just not living in the house. So does that stat give you the full picture? No. Is that stat still scary when you take all of that into account? Yes, but I actually think that there are 3 other statistics that we should be looking at that will give us a better idea and maybe a more hopeful idea of what is going on with fatherhood in South Africa and globally. Firstly, a study in 2019 of 7 different countries showed that 85% of dads want to be as involved as they possibly can be with their children, and they'll do whatever it takes to be involved dads. The second number from Stats SA actually says that even though most kids don't live with their biological father in the home, the vast majority of children in this country have an adult male living in their household. So the men are there. And the third stat is that the amount of unpaid care and labor that men have taken up in the home is by far higher than it was compared to pre-pandemic levels. So those 3 numbers show us that the men are there, the men want to be caring fathers, and that actually improvement is possible. Now that is immediately a much more hopeful picture of fatherhood in South Africa than that other stat that we always harp on about. Look, none of those numbers say that we are anywhere near equality in our households. They're not saying that fathers don't need to step up in this country or that there isn't a huge fathering deficit in South Africa. Those things are all true, but those numbers do say that we are moving in the right direction and that further improvements is possible. That's hope. I think the ultimate point of this is that if you're someone like me who actually does care about fathers in South Africa, who wants to see fathers feel better and do better and improve their standards of parenting across the board, who wants to see dads take up more unpaid care work in the home and to create more equality in our households in this country, then you need to keep doing what you're doing because there is hope. You've already done a good job so far. Let's keep going. I think that would be the big message. That means we need to be having more positive and constructive conversations around fatherhood. So for instance, when there's a poll on Aphrodite's Instagram account, actually take part. We need to be encouraging dads more by telling them that they're doing a good job when they're doing a good job and to show them gently how they can improve. We need to be finding all of the structural and cultural things that we maybe have been holding in place that keep dads down and stop them from being the caring, loving, and involved parents that they could be. And finally, as dads ourselves, we can't just make this other people's problems. We got to be looking at ourselves and figuring out, where can I personally grow as a parent? What can I improve? How can I change? How can I really become that caring and loving dad that I want to be? As always, Aphrodite is a committed space where I'm trying to do that as best I can as a solo creator, but you could partner with me by commenting on my videos, by engaging with my Instagram posts, by giving your own thoughts about all the issues that we talk about on Aphrodite, and also, in a big way, by sharing the videos. It would really be great if you find posts or videos that you appreciate, that you enjoy, that you think strike a point, to share them with people that you think might need to hear that as well. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this one. I will chat to you soon. Aphrodite out.
You're watching Aphrodite. Hey, that's my dad!